All right, what's up? We're on Ward Wrestling Live, and this one is going well so far. We're here. We got another amazing wrestler in our country. He's a Reno All-American and a Georgia and national state runner-up this past year. So he's doing pretty well, just started 11th grade today. And his name is Sam Harris. He's from the Atlanta area. So what's up, Sam, man? Thank you so much for coming on, man. It's an honor to have you on here.
What's up? How you doing?
Good. So first of all, we've all been kind of living through this right now, and this COVID, you know what I mean?
Oh,
So
yeah.
what's going on in Georgia, man? How has it kind of affected your area and your summer?
Well, we're not going to school. Some schools like around Georgia are, but we haven't been going to school. We've been doing online school. We started that today. Most places, it's not like required. I know in Atlanta, they require you to wear a mask in public, but around where I live, I don't really have to wear a mask. But I do it just to stay safe. Like just always have a mask on me because you never know when they won't let you somewhere. But yeah, no, it's been crazy. Like training, definitely. Like my club closed down for a good month and a half, and I just was begging for someone to let me train with them. But it's been pretty crazy this whole time.
What club are you in?
Compound Wrestling Club. Cliff Fretwell, the coach.
Nice. Yes.
Yeah.
I haven't had the pleasure of meeting him or having him on yet. Coach Fretwell, you're always welcome. I've heard a ton of good things. He's been referred to the show several times. But they say he likes to be the man behind the scenes, right?
Yeah, he's very low key, but he's made a huge impact on the state of Georgia and wrestling. It's my wrestling personally.
Well, that's awesome, man. It's always good to have someone like that around you. So that's cool. You're doing the club thing now. What did you do? Just mainly stay home, lift weights, exercise?
Yeah, I have a membership at a gym. I've been doing a workout plan like that. I bought a workout plan. The Coach Myers gut check, Dustin Myers up at Ohio State. I bought his whole workout plan. I've been doing that. And I've Matthew Singleton. I'm good friends with him, and he has a mat at his house. He'd let me come roll around with him. And just like a bunch of anywhere I could find someone with a home mat, I'd get in and try and roll around with them.
Nice, awesome. Yeah, I've had had a lot of Georgia people on, a lot of club owners, high school, college. It seems like they're doing big things. Wrestling is certainly growing in the States. So, I wanted to have you on. How long have you been wrestling for?
I started around first grade. I think it was definitely first grade. I might have been 6 or 7, but I actually started. My brother started. He was in 7th grade and I was in first grade, and I was like, I want to do that. And I was like thinking I was gonna be like John Cena jumping off the ropes, just like a little kid, and yeah. I just was excited about that. But I got in it. My dad got me. I started loving it as soon as I started going to practices.
That's really cool, man. And was that before you moved to Georgia?
Yeah. So for the first 6 years of my wrestling, I trained I lived in Alabama. I was born in Alabama. And around 7th grade, going into 7th grade, my dad got a job up here in Georgia and we moved up here. And I started training at Compound.
Nice. Yeah, I've heard good things about Compound. So, one of the big reasons I wanted to have you come on is because I know you were someone that traveled to the Reno Nationals this year. And that was probably the first really, really large tournament we've seen open up through this. And I was really curious, first of all, what made you decide, yes, I'm going?
It's just I've never been to the Reno National Championship, and it's always something I've heard of, like, oh, yeah, Reno, this guy's a Reno champ. This guy, he All-American at Reno, and I want to wrestle the best guys I can. And a a buddy of mine who graduated from my high school. He hit me up and said, "Hey, Reno is happening. If you want to come with me, I'm taking a couple guys. We can go wrestle." And I was like, "Of course I want to go." So yeah.
And did you have to convince the parents, or they were open?
Oh, my dad is I have not competed since February. So he was all in for me to go to Reno and compete. He was excited to see me compete.
I think the dad's like, I'm a dad, so I'm like, yeah, let him play, let him wrestle. But then mom's
Yeah.
like, no, I'm not leaving the house.
Yeah, my mom had a couple more questions, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. So what was it like out there? So first tell me, how many kids do you think were there?
Probably in like 18U alone were about like 200 to 300 kids, maybe. And then it just got bigger going into 15U. And then the younger you got, really, the bigger it got.
So you think there was what,
probably
800 kids?
800 at least, I would say.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a big tournament.
That's awesome. So what was done differently that obviously you've never seen done in a tournament before? How did they make you guys feel comfortable, feel secure, feel safe during these times?
So they split up the sessions, like it's like 15U wrestled one session, 18U wrestled at this time, 6U, 8U, 12U wrestled at this time. They split them all up. And in between each session, you weren't allowed on the mat. They mopped down the mat. And after they mopped down the mat, you weren't allowed back on the mat. So you'd get your warm up in, and then they'd mop down the mat. And when you were walking in the building, they'd check your temperature, make sure no one was running a fever. They had masks available if you didn't already have a mask, and everyone was wearing masks when they were off the mat. Wrestlers were warming up with masks on, which I know for me it was a little uncomfortable, but I mean, it's regulation. You got to do what you got to do. And if you were spectating, had a mask on. It was just a lot of precautions taken to make sure this thing could be put on.
Nice. And it's good to hear, because I know there are parents out there that are still very unsure with wrestling being such a contact sport. So now I know I was listening to a doctor talk today on Good Morning America, and I tweeted a little video of it out. And obviously it kind of depends on the state you live in. It seems like right now, what type of precaution you should take. Obviously we're in a state where the cases are a little bit higher, so we're a little more cautious. But it just kind of depends where you're at. It seems like Reno was doing well, and you guys are out there. So, talk about the tournament. What was it like? How fun was it? What did they do to make everybody feel welcome?
So,
and the reason I ask is obviously these are times where I'm sure a lot of the kids that went there, it was the first time they wrestled in 4 months.
They had a bunch of little things, like as you walk in, like there was a clothing thing. I think it was Near Fall Clothing was the name of the clothing brand. And they had racks of clothes you could buy. There was like headgear where they print on headgear. Just the normal things they have tournaments. And then they're offering these like hydraulic massages, or aqua massage. I don't know what it was called, but it was like you sat on like this like bed thing, and this like capsule came over you, and just like it used water to massage you, and they offered that. It was like $1, like $5 for 5 minutes or something.
Wow. Now, did you guys fly out there?
We actually drove. It was like a 12-hour drive.
Oh man,
yeah.
I was going to see how the flight was, but driving through did you guys just drive straight through?
Yeah, we drove all the way, like from Georgia. So McDonough to Tulsa was a 12-hour drive. 12 and a half probably.
I mean, other than to like take a leak and get something to eat, did you stop?
Yeah, of course. We tried. We only stopped probably maybe 4 times though.
You didn't stop to eat you didn't stop to sleep or anything like that. You guys just rotated?
Nah. Yeah, we just rotated. Most of us could drive. We were pretty much all 18U.
That's awesome. Did you going through the States, did you see anything different or it was just dark and
On the way up, I was cutting weight, so I was kind of like just not really focused on anything. I was just me, myself, and I. But on the way back, definitely like the highways look different. Like in like the I don't know, it's weird. Like I always like notice how they build roads different in different areas, but you see like different cars too. It's just like it's like you're going into like a new world, but like not like that different. It's weird. I don't know.
wow. So let's so you get there and what weight class did you wrestle?
So I wrestled 145, but it was a 3 allowance, so it was 148.
Nice. How big were the brackets?
So my bracket, 18U 145, was a 16-man bracket. There were 16 men in it. It was a full bracket, but
16 or
my friend 16. But my friend Reese he was 15U, and he wrestled in a 64-man bracket.
Really?
Yeah, he had a big
Wow.
bracket.
That's,
When I first heard like 16-man bracket, I was thinking like, oh, I only have to win four matches and I win this thing. But these were like 16 of the best guys in the country. Like I did not expect, like, just because of quarantine, I just kind of underestimated my competition.
well, and
And
I
it's just
think
like,
I wonder if you always get the best in the country there. I don't know.
yeah.
I know you get really good wrestlers,
Mhm.
but I wonder if you even got better wrestlers this year just because it was the first opportunity to get out and scrap.
Yeah. No, these guys, they were definitely tough.
But you made All-American, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what place did you come in?
I finished in 5th place.
Nice. Well, congrats. So you made the podium or you made All-American?
The podium.
Nice. Good for you. That must have made you feel good. That made the trip worth it, right?
Yeah. Real satisfying to be able to come out of only training and then be able to accomplish something, know that all that training paid off.
Yeah, and now I know as a kid we don't have the same anxieties as we do when we become adults or when we become parents. But was there any concern getting there about COVID and the risks? But once you got there and saw the precautions that were taken, did it put you at ease? And if that's what we see at every tournament now, are you more confident going to the next one?
So to answer like the first question, I'm not really like phased by, like, I understand like COVID, it's like a big thing, but I'm young and I know how to take care of myself, and I know like if I just know I take personal precautions for myself, so I wasn't really phased going into a big tournament because I can go to the store and I've been out in public, and so I know like precautions to take. I got washing my hands, cleaning myself, just like hand sanitizer, always having that with you. And
Picking
then
picking your nose, licking your fingers, right?
yeah,
Can't
all
do that.
stuff like that. Yeah, you can't do
You
that.
had to stop that now, right?
Oh yeah.
But was there a lot of talk there as far as maybe people were impressed at what they were doing to make sure the kids and the parents were safe?
So the first day, a lot of people weren't really taking it seriously, and like people weren't really wearing their masks when they were supposed to. That was really the main issue, just people not really social distancing and wearing masks. And then like he came on, he said, hey, like if y'all don't do this, we're gonna have to shut the tournament down and we won't be able to finish. And when he made that announcement, people started to like take it more seriously, and it was really well how they handled it, and just like making sure everyone knew the like what they needed to do. Everyone was sure of like, okay, all I have to do is wear a mask and social distance.
I mean,
It was really made it very simple for everyone.
good for them. So, you glad you finally experienced it?
Oh yeah, glad, because
You're
I
only
know I know they're probably like Super 32 coming up. If that's gonna happen, they're definitely probably gonna put precautions in, and I'd rather like go ahead and get like the kind of like differences out of the way. Like I'm not used to warming up with a mask or like jumping around, like getting my mind right, wearing a mask. That was kind of weird, but now I'm used to it. I know how to ignore that, and it's just like it's good to know, like get that out of the way.
yeah, and being a state runner up, you qualify automatically, right?
Mm.
For 32. Cool. Um, you know, I don't know what we're gonna do. If it was up to me, we'd be wrestling already. I don't think we'd be wrestling in a large group setting. We'd at least be doing smaller groups, I think. But I don't know. I'm a little bit on. You can't be. I'm not an idiot, so there is some things in my mind that drive me a little crazy about the whole thing. But
Yeah,
there is a bit of overreaction, I think. But
yeah,
but better safe than sorry. I think people should, maybe just kick back a little bit so that we can have a successful season. But I know
yeah.
dates down here have been set so far. FHSAA says business as usual. So here in Florida, we're real happy to hear that. And
Mm.
I know talking to coaches, they're trying to make sure they're not just saying, "Hey, we got wrestling, go get them." They're putting out text and tweets and Facebook, whatever posts saying, "Look, we've got dates now, but you guys got to make sure you handle yourself right, so they don't take that from us." So man, really good stuff there. Yeah, I'm real happy you came on. I really wanted to talk to somebody that had been out to a big tournament like that.
Mm.
I had spoke to a coach a couple weeks ago that had visited the tournament in Alabama. He wasn't a wrestler though, so it was hard. He was just talking about kind of what he saw around. Um,
Yeah,
but to hear that they're getting on the mic and they're saying, "Hey guys, if you don't want to follow directions, we're just going to stop." Um, and that means they're looking out for the kids and they're trying
yeah.
to run the tournaments the right way and keep them safe and keep wrestling moving forward. So that's always a great thing. So, man, what has wrestling meant to you?
It's second to almost nothing. I mean, I have my religion, like church. I mean, Jesus Christ, I put in number one. But wrestling has just always been that thing for me. It's what I go to get my mind off of things. Where I'm like a different person. Like I may not be like the leader or like the guy in my classroom. Like I just kind of sit in the back and just get my work done. But when I'm wrestling, like I'm on top of the world. I'm the man. I'm the beast. And it's just like that feeling, like knowing like that, like you're the guy. Like even when you lose, like to go like that feeling after you lose to go back and just train your butt off and to say I'm never losing that guy again. Like that's the man. That's a beast mentality, and I love having that feeling in my heart, like in my gut, just like I'm not gonna lose again. And when you do win, it's like I told you,
Man,
and
it's
that's just like getting to experience that like through my entire childhood and just like growing up with that mentality. It's helped me in all aspects of my life.
that's awesome. So, what are your goals after high school?
Um, I want to like career wise. I'm real good at math. Math's my thing. So I've been thinking about engineering. But of course I want to wrestle D1 and help win a national championship for someone
So
and win one myself.
you start looking at schools this year.
Yeah, I've been looking. I've got one call from North Dakota State. They've reached out to me. No one else has like personally reached out to me, but I've been like I've got like like coaches who are like I've gotten like at Reno there was Flo held a combine, a college combine, where like all these wrestlers would just display their skill, and they filmed it for college coaches, and that was just some good exposure I got in front of a bunch of college coaches.
Oh, good for you, man. That's awesome. And I'm glad that there was a tournament like that. You guys were able to get out there and do it right. When you came home, did your parents make you quarantine at all, or it was just business as usual?
It was pretty much business as usual. They were there. I mean, they took my temperature, made sure everything was all right. Made sure. I mean, they asked like, "Are you feeling well?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm feeling well." And I mean, but I didn't really have to quarantine because nothing was really wrong with me. I
Nice.
just came back, it was normal.
Good. Well, good for you. All right. Well, are you ready for my 10 questions?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, Call of Duty or Fortnite?
I'm a Fortnite guy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Singles or doubles?
Ooh. And if we're talking about a straight single, then a straight single. But if it's a sweep single, I'm gonna go with doubles.
I was talking about hamburgers. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Lucky Charms or Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Ooh. I'm gonna go Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
And the milk afterwards?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
High C or hip toss?
Oh, high crotch. That's my go-to.
All right. Wings, drums or flats?
So this one's a hard one for me because I'm gonna go with drums.
Fireman's carry or ankle pick?
Oh, ankle pick. That's definitely.
Bacon or sausage?
I'm a sausage guy.
Nice. Patties or links?
Links.
Nice. Cradle or half?
Ooh, I like the half because I get to it more.
Bang or Rockstar?
Ooh, bang, bang. That's my go-to after practice.
Nice. All right. The leg ride tilts or the roll through tilts?
Oh, roll through tilts because I feel like that's what I'm better at.
Nice. So you just started school today. Everything's from home, right? Our kids are home as well. Um, have you spoke to your high school coach? What are the plans? When do you think you'll be back in the gym?
Um, he hasn't released any information about us like getting back to practice. I mean, he's been encouraging us to be working on our own, but we just don't know how like the season's gonna go, and he doesn't want to like he's well, I don't want to say he's like super like cautious about the corona, but he is. He's worried about our safety.
Sure.
And if he wants us all to be super healthy for when the wrestling season comes around. So he's been very cautious about all that.
Nice. Well, has your state come out yet and say like fall sports are happening or any dates yet? Or
So I know girls volleyball is practicing. I'm not sure about the football team. But I think I have heard that like fall sports they're trying to have fall sports. I haven't. There's been rumors that they're gonna have a football season. There's also been rumors that no, there's no way they're having a football season. I don't really know how that. So I mean, I'm hoping they do have a football season because if they do, then it's more likely they have a wrestling season.
Agreed. I agree with you. I'm rooting for fall sports to happen so that winter sports happen. But I don't want fall sports to happen. I don't want them to rush to it and be like, okay, we have to do it because we have to do it. I want to make sure if it happens the right way. They take the right precautions. We get to see what happens because I think as we move forward, each sport is going to teach us something new on prevention and protection, and safety. So if we go through football, and we go through that season, there's going to be things that they realize there that say, okay, here's where we hit, here's where we missed, here's what you need to do. And I think that'll be good moving forward, you know?
Mm.
Hopefully everybody stays healthy, no one gets sick, and we're all good, right? Well, hey, man, thank you so much. It was an honor to have you on, man. Come on anytime you want. It was great talking to you. Thank you so much for talking about Reno. Good job kicking ass out there, too.
Thank you.
That was awesome. And I look forward to following you and watching you. I know you said you'll be at Super 32, so I'll keep an eye on your name there. And you got another fan in me, so
Awesome. Thank you.
good. And
Thanks for having me.
yeah, no problem. We have we now have a shop on our Facebook page where there's some shirts and there's also some mindset tools in there. So anybody check it out. Some good stuff in there and more to come. But thank you so much. You have a great day. Have a great week at school, and keep kicking life's ass, my man.
Thank you. You too.
All right, buddy.